Hi, back for a little bit more helicopter simulator. Last time I played this, I did the oil rig one just to show it off, kind of thing. I had actually played the wind turbine one after that as well. So to record the video, I just went back to the oil rig one. Haven't played it for a week or so I thought I'd come back and carry on. So I'm moving on to one that I haven't played before, which is called Moving Rocks, which says it requires the rope. So here you can choose. So if you look on the helicopter, you can kind of see the rope on the skid there. So you can kind of go none, so nothing on there. There is a flare gun thing that you can put on the front. I use that for the wind turbine mission. I haven't used the rope yet at all, so goodness knows what this is going to be like. Let's have a look. Kind of mixed weather, that seems nice. Let's go for it. Let's see if I can remember how to actually start up the helicopter. As I say, it's like a couple of weeks since I last played this. Just let the graphics settle down a little bit. Right, I seem to remember.
Good morning, pilot. Ready to learn how to use the rope?
Yes.
First, I need you to take off.
Obviously. Right, can I remember how to do this? Want the master battery on. Oh. And the alternator on. And then I think the clutch engaged. Oh, I forgot the fuel flow. Let's just do that. Okay, and then every time. I'm not entirely sure I did that in the right order. Let's put those on, make things quieter.
If you look through your right window, you can see in your right ski a rope attached to TG66.
Oh yeah.
It is not easy to use the rope because you are always fighting against the position of the hook in the wind. But like everything in life, training will lead to perfection.
Okay.
Let's learn how to use TG66 autopilot before we use the rope to make your flight easier.
Oh. Okay.
First, turn autopilot to on.
Okay.
To lock your altitude, press button Alt. As you can see, your altitude is locked. Autopilot is trying to maintain your current altitude. A little change in altitude is expected. Now press pause.
I feel like I should have taken off first.
Position pause enabled. You can rotate your aircraft, but it won't move. It is great to look at objects you are trying to pick up from the ground.
Okay, that makes sense.
If you choose to stay, both Alt and pause will be enabled automatically. This is perfect to use when you are in a dangerous situation. TG66 will stabilize your flight right away.
Oh, handy.
You can turn autopilot off for now.
Okay. Do I have to turn
There are
those?
some rocks that I need you to throw in the lake. Throw at least 3 rocks on the lake to prove that you learned to use the rope.
Okay.
After that, you will be able to rescue alpinists or anyone that is injured in the mountains. I need you to go to the rocks that are marked in your GPS. Autopilot is great to pick up items from the ground with your rope. I recommend you to use autopilot if you are having problems flying your aircraft and looking at the object at the same time.
That makes sense. Right, whereabouts are these rocks then? Up here somewhere. Oh, do you think they're them there? Yeah, they look like rocks, right? So we can pick them up and throw them in the lake. Okay. I like how they're very close to the, what do you call it? I want to say chairlift, but it's not chairlift. Cable car.
We are going to use the rope panel now.
Okay.
If you press down, the rope will start to descend. Up will do the opposite. If you have something in your hook, it is also possible to use up and down controls. Be aware that if you press drop, the object will fall to the ground.
Right.
Press down until the maximum height is achieved. Now get close to any of the rocks. Steady flight and autopilot can help you now.
Uh-huh. Okay, so I want to keep my altitude. Ah. But I want to move my position. Well, this is trickier than it seems. Come on. I kind of feel like I want to open the door so I can see better. I wonder if it'll let me. Whoa. I feel like I'm too high. Yeah, I need to go lower. This is really cool. Kind of weird and tricky. Come on, I want it to slip sideways. Getting further away. I feel like this thing won't slip sideways. Still feel like I'm too high. I'm leaning over the edge of my... I'm sat in my chair and leaning over the edge of my chair, and I swear I feel like I'm gonna fall over in a second. I wonder if this will let me open the door so I can see better. There we go. Right, I still need... Okay, so we'll hold position. I feel I need to get that rope down on the ground. It's a bit off in the distance, so it's sort of hard for me to actually see if it's on the ground or not. Right. Hold the altitude. Let me change my position. Oh, whoa, this isn't going well. It's hard to see if the rope's on the ground or not. Well, it looks to me like it's floating quite a way above the ground. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's hold position. Definitely got that at the greatest extent, so let's get really low. Right, that's got to be low enough, right? Oh, the altitude's going up again. That's annoying. How is it holding altitude if it's actually taking me up again? I'm not quite sure I understand how I'm supposed to be doing this. Right. Okay, that's as far as the door opens. Right. Oh God, I've got to get 3 of these. I wonder if this is easier to do without the autopilot. kind of need to pick a rock and go for it. Trying to get this one closest. One's struggling to get this thing to do, this helicopter to do is kind of side slip. Come on. Come on. Right, here we go, here we go.
Nice.
Got it.
Fly above the lake and drop the rock. Just press drop when you are above the lake. It is strongly recommended to do small, slow, and very controlled movements when an object is attached to the hook. The inertia of the object can pull the helicopter down or in the direction of the mountain. It can cause a terrible crash.
Okay. How far out in the lake? Right, let's close that door. Ah, can't get my door. There we go. Right. Think we're far enough out? Let's drop there. That's not dropping.
Nice. You have another rock. Throw it into the lake.
That floated. I think it's confused about where sea level is or water level, because it actually floated up and then did a drop. That's disturbing. Okay. So let's get in a bit lower. This game is just so silly. I like it. As I said in the last video I did of this, it's not exactly the most realistic of simulators, let's be fair. Whoa! But it's kind of fun. I'm getting a definite sort of, you know, piloting a helicopter feeling out of it, so I'll give it that. Right. See if we can drag for a rock, I guess. Well, get one just more through luck than judgment. Come on. Get me a rock. Get me a rock. I'm not sure I can trust its idea of height now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Went down too fast then. Come on. Let's have that one there. Not sure I quite follow how the grabbing thing works. Come on. My chair's starting to spin round just because I'm leaning over too much.
Nice. You have another rock. Throw it into the lake.
I'm not sure I believe that. Sure. One thing I will say for it is I feel like my ability to gain altitude has been restricted. As in, yeah, it's kind of mimicking or, you know, trying to simulate the weight of the rock. Right, do you think this is far enough out? Right, let's just stay here. Oh, I had altitude lock on. Maybe that's what the problem was. Right, I want to see what happens when it drops. Look, it's floating up again.
Nice. You have another rock. Throw
That,
it into the lake.
that splash is so far above the right, let's turn that off, turn that off. There we go. That splash is so far above the water, it's amazing. Right, got a fish or one more. I don't feel like I'm very in control of actually picking up the rock. It seems a bit sort of hit and miss. It's like playing one of those claw game things at a amusement arcade. Oh, I'm a little bit sniffly, sorry about that. Hay fever kind of morning. Also, I'm fairly sure that rock I picked up looked nothing like any of the rocks that were down there. It just gave me a generic rock on the end of the rope. Come on. Come on, I want to just side slip over that one and then drop onto it. Oh, that looks so close. Right, that should... Oh, it's close. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Side slip over a bit. I can't get it to slip sideways.
Nice.
Got it.
You have another rock. Throw it into the lake.
Whoa, I was really close to those cables. Okay, I am shooting up quite nicely, so I think the reason I couldn't go up earlier was I did actually have altitude on the autopilot. We shouldn't go too fast. Okay, stay here. And drop. It's terrifying.
That's right. You are ready for the advanced mission. See you there.
Okay. There we go. Right, I'm going to go into land. So what I should do is get the rope back up. Yep, rope's back up. Let's turn the autopilot off. Let's go into land. This is so silly, this. It's kind of... Yeah, Simulator's probably a little grand for it. I mean, it is. It obviously is. But, these kind of scripted elements and everything are a bit silly. So you could see in the way that that rock didn't really properly drop. It sort of floated up and then made a splash. It seemed to make the splash a constant distance below my helicopter. So I feel like if I'd gone up really high and then dropped the rock, it would have been, the splash would have been like 1,000 feet in the air or something. So things like that are kind of silly. And, stuff like those missing indicators on the RPM dial and things like that. There's so many little daft niggles and things like that in this, but I'm still finding it adorable. It's fun to come in and just pretend to fly a helicopter. That way, that didn't go so well. Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Right. Oh, the collector seems a little jittery. Suddenly. Just a little too sensitive. Literally can't see the landing pad. There we go. Oh, I could do it like a mirror out front so I can see where I am. Oh, I was so close to landing there. There we go. That's a landing. I'm calling that a landing. Maybe not. Let's just see if I can kind of slip over. Come on. Whoa. Oh god, this thing. Whoa. This thing just leaps up. Kind of feel like it should be a bit more gradual. Come on. Come on. Do you know what that'll do? That will do. Right, how do we turn this off? There we go. Oh, I was wondering how this would spin down. It's certainly doing a job of it. Is he ever going to stop? Is it going to stop? Or do we have perpetual motion rotors? I like how it's doing that effect, like you know, the shutter speed of a camera catching the rotation and all that kind of thing. I don't think it's ever going to stop. Right, that's the whole thing. Oh, there we go. Ah! Was it because I turned the fuel off that it stopped? Anyway, that's so much fun. I'm going to finish that here. So yeah, that's the right thing. So although I haven't recorded it, I've recorded a, let's go to the main menu. I have done the wind turbine one where you use the flare gun to basically mark broken turbines for reasons. So yeah, I've used the rope, I've used the flare. I haven't used the gun yet. I'm not terribly interested, but I'll get around to it at some point, I guess. Seeing shoot the targets and that. A lot of these seem to involve using the rope. Looking at this, let's have a look. Okay, so some of them. I'm guessing some of them that will remain. The ones that were remaining require none. So yeah, having. So what's the? I mean, obviously having it doesn't mean you got to use it, but the fact that the machine gun involves the heart transplant one, it's like, really? But yeah. Anyway, so let's have a look. So next one is power generator oil rig. I might carry on recording these as I go through. I should probably go back and do the wind turbine one, record that as well. It could be fun to record every single one and put a collection up. But anyway, that's enough for now. So yeah, that's some more Helicopter Simulator. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.